Hello, Matt. How are you doing, Matt? Hey, Nightingale.
Let me know.
Okay. Okay. You're squidgy? What does that mean? Hi, Sarah. Hi, Nightingale. How are you both doing? What? Wait, what? Matt, what does squidgy mean? What do you mean it sure does? Gotta get more blood stolen from you tomorrow. We love to steal blood. Stolen blood is great. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Sarah. I'm doing okay. I poked myself in the eye with my iPhone charger earlier, so my eye is a little upset with me. But what what are all the question marks for? How is that physically possible? Well, you see, we have a cable out in the living room, and I was holding my phone in one hand because I was on the phone on speakerphone, and with the other hand, I was pulling the cord because it's like a 10-foot long cord to reach across the couch. And when I pulled the cord, it flew up and smacked me in the eye. Out of all the places that it could possibly hit me, it hit me in the eye. Not the right eye, mind you. The left eye. The left eye that I gave myself a corneal abrasion on 2 years ago, and it still hasn't come back 100%. You know, Matt, you are darn right. I really shouldn't poke myself in the eye, but you know, sometimes you just gotta give yourself a good poke in the eye. You know, Three Stooges style. Hey, Justin, long time no see, buddy. How are you doing? Oh no, not like an actual stab, like pierced anything stab, but I hurt my eye and it's irritated, and now I'm irritated. And that happened like 4 hours ago. 5 hours ago, something like that. Not too shabby. I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty well. You missed the end of Majora's Mask. You're going to stay up past your bedtime to try to get more of this tonight? Oh, hot dog. I am honored, Matt. Well, I only go till... Oh, it's gonna be midnight your time. You also missed the end of Majora's Mask. That's okay. Really, what you missed was me going, Tattle, you're useless. This is the weirdest boss fight I've ever done, and I don't understand it. Those are the two things that you missed. And by that, I mean you really didn't miss much, but... I enjoyed Majora's Mask, but it is definitely an old game, and has not aged well. Unlike a fine wine. I don't know what that means. I don't know if I've ever had an actually well-aged fine wine, but... Spark Notes... I cleared what I thought was the temple only to find out it wasn't the temple, so I spent like an hour and a half trying to beat a non-temple temple, to then go to the temple, and then get lost a little bit more in that temple, to then beating that temple, to then just jumping right to the end. Hello, it is me. You are now the Joker? Replaced your motherboard, everything is bad. What happened to your motherboard? Why is everything bad? See, I've played A Link to the Past. No, fine wine, not fine line. Thanks for the lurk, Sarah. Hi, Gina. How are you doing? Are you ready, Matt? It's just about time. It's good to see you. Yeah, I figured there was probably a song called Fine Wine as well. How are you all feeling after your day of recharge? Your body can't take this. You shouldn't have asked for it, Matt, but now I gotta give it to you. Got a new CPU for Christmas, wasn't compatible with your old motherboard, got a new one. Ah, well, at least you got the cheaper end of the bargain there. No, it's fine. Come in yelling. I love the enthusiasm. I live for the enthusiasm. Lauren, what are you doing? Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, it's not yelling, it's excitement. There's been a 2-day adventure trying to get it to boot properly. Oh no. Oh, was it the installation of Windows that was being screwy? I wonder if your copy of Windows was like stuck to your motherboard or something. Gina says hi. She said hi. Hey, you, quiet down in the back. Is it not picking up? Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's picking up my controller. Matt, mouse and keyboard or controller? Nightingale and Justin also say hi. She said hi. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that everyone's getting sick with the sinus stuff, though. I know how that feels, and it is the worst. The downright worst. Oh, you prefer mouse and keyboard, but controller should work. Well, shoot, if you say mouse and keyboard works great, then we're gonna do that. And to Shadow's chagrin, we're going to turn up the brightness, because my monitor is always a little dark. And we're gonna go with that. Ooh. Now you gotta reinstall everything, huh? What's this game about? I have no idea. A redhead with a gun. That's about all I know. You already had the sinus stuff, basically patient zero of this triple epidemic. I know, right? Ooh, redheads. Oh.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
I'm a red beard. The game might need to be turned down just a little bit compared to me.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you
Hey, John.
bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Okay, so simple WASD movement. I can jump. She jumps like Mario. This is perfect. I think the mouse sensitivity needs to be turned down a little bit. How is the audio overall with me right next to it? That's a little better. Audio sounds good? Perfect. Good. Excellent. She jumped like Mario. Woohoo! Woohoo! Whoa! See? Mario. I got it working. I did get it working. It turns out my update to StreamerBot broke things. So there we go. That's a little better. I might turn it up just a smidge. I'm glad that they give me this room to jump around and play around in. Beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. Okay. You are totally new here. Yeah, I will totally work on modeling some hats. I've been trying to finish up a course that I've been taking first. So I did that. I actually finished that today. Correspondence. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed outside of the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on the prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, and number 2 pencils, and any object considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept such as rubber ducks or ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Ah. Yeah, I mean, I turned up the graphics almost to max. I didn't know how the 3080 was going to handle I didn't know how the 3080 was going to handle streaming and playing the game, so I didn't want to bust it. Multiple containment breaches detected, multiple building shifts detected, internal lockdown in effect, building lockdown in effect, head of research override, HRA protocol activated. Seek shelter. Okay. I mean, you know, you don't want graphite to ignite or anything. That camera is totally following me. Yeah, very accessibility pro there. That's pretty nice. Research and records. Expenditure summary. Executive sector quarter 2. Major staffing surveillance redacted. Data center initiative construction redacted. Minor office equipment janitorial costs redacted. Mold removal. Oh, a company that actually removes the mold instead of just saying it's too expensive. HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Are there more pages? Wait, who is that by? compiled by the accounting department by order of Zachariah Trench. And this one doesn't have anything. Okay.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
I kind of dug how that sharpened up as soon as I got closer to it. Like, it's all blurry, and then, hey. That's a good use of proximity-based rendering. What does that say? Game about secret agents. Huh. Name generator is if there is an opportunity to have a name, you would get to choose what the name is. Our bureau at work, cleaning stuff. Head of research, Dr. Casper Darling. Okay. You wouldn't be surprised the minor in mold removal would require one class. How to say it's too expensive to be removing mold. Director Zachariah Trench. Ah, okay, so that's the guy that we saw presumably shoot himself. Can I flush the toilet? I feel like that's a large toilet. I mean, like, in comparison to her, I feel like that is... She would definitely fall in. It doesn't matter if the seat's down. That girl is getting dunked. Like a baseball dunk tank. I can't poop in it now.
Bureau of
Ooh,
Control.
look at those
All
reflections.
these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Spinning out of control? Yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. 50 bucks. No dogs. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects. What does that say? Or the 3D printer or the bureau stationery. Oh, they got a 3D printer! Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Cool. Oh no. Blup is actually here. Do we have to take a quick moment to actually make Pilk? Hi, Blup. It's good to see you. Okay, Blup, what is the milk to Pepsi ratio? Is it half and half? Could do 1-to-1. What? How do you prepare Pilk? Oh. Hey, it is actually wet there. Look at that. I think this is one of the first, like, modern gen games that I've played with my new GPU, so I'm just enjoying, like, looking at everything and all the shininess and reflectiveness. This is great. This is very archaic for a place that has a 3D printer and smartphones. Federal Bureau of Control, attention all blank. Redacted, a shark in his redacted. Although secure, redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol, redacted. Shoot to kill, redacted. Good luck. 5-to-1? Okay, what is the 5? Is the 5 the milk or is the 5 the Pepsi? You eyeball it, so like a cup of milk with some Pepsi, enough to get the taste and not enough to curdle it. Okay, so it's primarily milk with a little bit of Pepsi. 5 is the milk. Okay. I'll be right back. I think I have a copy of the Dark Pictures anthology. I just have not yet played it. I'll have to look at that. Okay. Glass of milk. You think that's about the 5-to-1 ratio? And the nondescript bottle of dark cola. And this is a brand new bottle. I don't know if the crack open is gonna come over stream, but there we go. There you go. You think that's good? Is that enough for Pilk? Solid. Perfect. You know, it does kind of remind me of a soda float. I feel like it needs more soda, though. There we go. That's a nice dark color. Hey, Jackie, I'm well. How are you? Well, yeah, I'm not gonna waste the milk. That's wasteful. That's some good milk. Some solid milk. I'm gonna go see if I can get Lauren to try some. I'll be right back. If the milk is solid, it's not good. Well, it's not solid. It's I just opened it like 4 days ago. Anyway, Lauren almost tried it, but I forgot that she doesn't like milk, and then she got really skeeved out and decided not to do it. So she did not try it, which is fine by me. That's fine by me. No, but that's not bad. I wouldn't say it's the second best kind of milk. I would easily put chocolate milk, eggnog, and strawberry milk like far above Pilk. But I would put Pilk above at least spoiled milk. You got home from work just in time to see your cousin who was coming over and no one told you, so that's nice. Ah. I'm glad you got to see your cousin. That's wonderful. It's always good to see people that you miss and love. Eggnog is also bad. Look, we all have opinions. Some opinions are worse than others. No, I get not everyone likes eggnog, and that's fine. Who is singing?
Juliet!
Oh, you're right. Thank you. See? That's what that's there for. Isn't it great? It's amazing. Gotta move my water so that way I can set my Pilk. No, really. Pilk's not that bad. It's genuinely similar to like a root beer float. If you like root beer floats, then it's like the same flavor. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request the R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filling an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 7.5.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. No, genuinely, it's basically the same flavor. It's not quite as creamy as you might get with root beer. For some reason, root beer just mixes with like dairy products a little bit better. Thank you, Blup. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $20.
Hello?
Oh. It's the janitor.
Hey, excuse me.
Where's the door to get in there? Hold on. Does this room just not have a door? This room just straight up does not have a door. Sorry about that.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan on helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
You gonna comment on that thought that I thought in my head and not out loud, Ahti? Mr. Reading People's Minds? He totally read my mind, right? Like, what? Wait. 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 Wait a second. Hold on a gosh darn minute. You guys see what happened, right? So I came from this way, right? But there is just a glass. There's just a window. There's just a wall. There's nothing in this corner. When I came this way and walked all the way around, still there's no door to this room. And then I came this way and I'm back out in the hallway that I started from because I came from here. Because if you remember, I came into the bathroom and was talking about the toilets and how they were so big, and then I came out here and I walked around here and I turned this corner and it's different. Also, where the janitor's painting was is now an elevator. As far as I know, everything else is the same. I didn't pay much attention to anything else. Hey, Cappy, it's good to see you. That alone has made me very excited to see what this game has to offer.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Starring Courtney Hope. Is that who plays Jesse? Welcome to a taste of things to come. This makes me very excited, and also very excited for Alan Wake 2. When the remastered version comes out, I'm gonna have to play it.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
If there is some weird co-op version of the remaster, we should play it together. Yeah, I would be so down for that. I don't know if there would be a co-op version, but I would be... I mean... Hey, Chips, it's good to see you. Matt, have you ever played the original Alan Wake? You have? Okay, I was gonna say, if you've never played the original Alan Wake, I would co-stream that with you. Like, you play, and I just watch and talk about... Like, talk with you about it. I would be delighted to do that. It's good to see you, Chips. How you doing, beautiful? Yeah, that was just the intro. Reminder, drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. AWE will, from here on out, be pronounced awe. Word/phrase to use. In the service of his/her country. Regret. Proud/pride. Will be remembered. Word/phrases to avoid. Alaska. Scissors, blood/bleed, loss, and apologies/sorry. Yeah, one thing I learned in customer service is never apologize for anything, because then you're admitting to it being your fault. And the customer will take advantage of that. Words to avoid, Alaska. States to avoid, also Alaska. Desserts not to avoid? Baked Alaska. Uh-oh, looks like Nightingale's gonna get redacted. I'm noticing some screen tearing. I wonder if I can turn on desync. That's better. Still not great, but it's better. Is Alaska a cool state? All I know about it is bears. And that one serial killer. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Telling me I can't go to the... No, that one's locked. Okay. Let's just turn everything down to medium. See if that runs any better.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Hey, Lauren, I got a gun.
Yep, right there.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Oh, look at this place. Where am I?
Okay, well, this is gorgeous looking. I would like to try to make this in Blender. Bubblegum Polaroid. Oh, that's not a punch. That is a straight up, like, force power.
Okay, now I have a gun.
Now I have a gun. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's no need for reloading. So if I just... Oh, okay. Alright, that's pretty tight. What are they dropping? What are these things? Blue dots are HP. Okay, good to know.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Lady, you're saying that when there is a man who just
outside.
blew his
Is it safe to go?
brains out in front of you. Alright, we'll, I still feel like things are a little jittery. Oh, interesting. Sure, that's not helping. Well, I just turned VSync on because I was getting a lot of screen tearing. And I was trying to resolve the screen tearing. But maybe now that I've turned stuff down, it won't be nearly as bad. Nope, that is still there. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Nope, that's good. You had the right idea, my dude.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
Materials clearance level. Do not have a clearance level. Okay. Defined reading. Case files. Service weapon. Ooh. Service weapon. Object of power 1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description / partiality. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted, many forms throughout history. Redacted, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vera Nostra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. This is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Seeking the role of Alaska. What did you take a clip of, Nightingale? Field research on Hiss Entity, Hiss Corrupted Security Guard, confidential. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of his prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge of the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. One multimedia.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
It was a little bit different. That seemed like the, unadulterated version. Did I come all this way?
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
Oh, snap.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Jesse Faden is now the director, and so she is now showing up in all the picture frames. I thought I got a clearance 1 thingamabob, but I guess not. Oldest house discovered August 4th, 1964. Interesting. Alright, so maybe I come back here? But yeah, I noticed that she was in this picture, which I thought the compositing of the picture looked a little bit funny earlier, and now I understand why. Because it picks up whoever, I suppose, wields the gun. So the director... I'm assuming you become the director when you have the gun. That just makes sense. Sorry, bathroom time. Is this where I came from earlier? Executive meeting minutes. Rising costs of AWE response. update on mold eradication efforts. Oh my god, mold is something different than actual mold. That's the only reason why the Federal Bureau of Control would even bother with eradicating mold from their building. This was one of the first games ever to have RTX features and graphics, just FYI. Oh, I am definitely going to try running this off stream to see if it makes any difference. Because I know that sometimes streaming can really mess with that sort of thing. So I'm curious how it looks and if I'll be able to run it otherwise. Because Twitch Mobile's essentially abandoned. Upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Okay, what are coffee filters? And why are they so important? Oh, I can hit R to swap shoulders. That is fan-frickin-tastic. Another bathroom? Anything in the toilets? Nothing ever in the toilets. Hey, welcome back to the land of a desktop PC.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Curious what all I can shoot up now. Cause this gun packs a punch. That's nice. Undefined reading? Oh.
Reminder.
Do I have to... Excuse me, sir. Oh, I am indeed a fiend with a gun. Y'all know me. Okay, so I have 4 materials, but I do not have the clearance level to read materials? Don't know how that works just yet, but I assume we will find out. What is that? How do I get up there? Hello, Tringy. Welcome. Punch stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about my incredible force punch. Thank you. Oh. Oh, that is a cool piece of attention to detail. Huh. I have a limited amount of ammo in my magazine. Or, I guess, in the gun. Oh, that's nice. Beautiful splintering. Look at that. That is... but the gun will regenerate ammo as long as I'm not firing it. Anyway, I like the weird like force pulse that it does. Like it pulls the drawers out, forces them in, and then they come flying back out again. I just think that's a really nice touch. That's really cool. Federal Bureau of Control, dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there, don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. So she is turning 36. Don't let mold hitch a ride. See? Mold is something different. What's this about a stapler? Oh, can I shoot other things first? Oh, I could. Maybe I could figure out what they're talking about with the stapler. Please recycle all those things. Okay, that's some pretty good detail right there. I'm enjoying that. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Rangers from Security Department. I still can't get over the table. If I'm being entirely honest. Be sure to wash your hands carefully with soap. Make sure to wash all fingers, nails, palms, backs, wrists, rinse thoroughly, and dry carefully. That's so good. The last time I saw something that even tried to mimic this destruction was, I think it was a proof of concept video for some Star Wars game like 15 years ago, and I've never seen something actually follow through with the amount of destruction that they were boasting on. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or, you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. I have no idea why people are floating, and I definitely will not shoot whatever Black Rock powder deployment. Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. Oh, more undefined reading material. Oh, that's a toilet and a sink. So if I close myself in here, will it change the outside world? Hey, Waddles, thank you so much for the resub, my dude. Welcome back for your 17th adventure. How are you doing, man? Lego games. They're not that destructive. I'll be honest, I don't remember this door over here, but mayhaps I missed it. Central Executive.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Good to know.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Glad to hear you're doing well, though, Waddles. After experiencing the destruction model in this game, you can no longer get immersed in games like Resident Evil 7 that are beautiful but dreadfully static. I understand why so many games are dreadfully static, because it's very hard to do all the real-time destruction. That being said, this is a breath of fresh air. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We're proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Summary. Examination of paranatural topics. Urban legends. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human Redacted through 2 punctures on the Redacted. Human blood through 2 punctures on the neck. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-69-NICE-42 for full report. I'm digging this so far. This is a game that I feel like I need to read all the little bits and things that they give me. Oh. Turning on a radio that does absolutely nothing. Yeah, they seem super good. Like, I don't want to miss one. Oh, is this the pyramid? No, you're not gonna let me take the stairs? Alright. I'll jump down, I guess. Ooh. Okay, that really hurt. I saw it was a grenade, but I didn't know how effective it was gonna be. Oh, God. Dude snuck up on me. Ranger 2nd Class Pulowski. Hidden trend, house memory? Headshot boost. First day at the SCP Foundation's going well. How are you doing, Varian?
What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Hold on. Is there more stuff that I can find around here before I start altering the world? What about all those things that I picked up? Weapon mods. Headshot boost. Exclusive to Spin, Grip, Shatter, Pierce. Okay. So I do more headshot damage. That's nice. Hidden trend, category 3, 49192 alerts, house memory, category 2, 62938 executive. I can't do anything with those yet. Taking a break from doing science stuff unrelated to any anomalous object of entity or entities, of course. Of course. Who would think otherwise?
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
What is going on?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh shit! You're the new director. Hold on, we're coming out.
The Pope is here, yeah. That dude's lucky I did not shoot him. Oh, what are those fancy things?
Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
Beautiful eyes.
Full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere.
Her mouth is really
everyone
wide.
Not protected
And
by
her
an HRA.
her right ear is
And
weird.
Extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me
I
in.
love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
First... Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank, or the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted, detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37, very precise, foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Refer to file 7-25-2788 for a full report. The control point's in the Alaska. No, Alaska is redacted. We've been over this. Nope, I think she died.
It didn't work.
Also, what was that behind me?
Burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here.
I'm sorry. Fast travel and outfits? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so control points are kind of like save points. I dig it. Is there anything else for me to take a look at? Did anyone clip the pilk? Not yet, but I did set a marker for it for later. If you're dead and floating, at least let your corpse keep floating. You got it, boss. If you are dead and floating and or possessed by something, I will be sure to let your body continue to float there. House memory. Okay, so I'm assuming house memory then means the oldest house, that of which we are currently in. Released articles, Masao, Leol, and Lynn, Sebastian, Jenna. Interesting. Something about a cube. That's better, Nightingale. That's better. Clearance level 4. So yeah, I must be able to come back to these places eventually. Oh, let the power of the red Kool-Aid flow through you? The red Kool-Aid? It sounds like you drank the Kool-Aid. How are you doing tonight, Dimwit? Examination of paranatural topics. Technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank, redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to 4/19/1935 for the full report. Okay. So new technology doesn't work here for some reason. You're in redacted right now and want to let you know that the weather is just redacted today. Well, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that you are in such a lovely place and that the weather is treating you just as fairly. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside the building. What is the flag for? The hole in your room is the hole in you. Yeah, I figured that's why there was a lot of old office equipment, is that for some reason stuff just didn't work. Phones apparently do. Giant Xerox copiers do. But modern day computers do not. Old computers seem to. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my butt off on the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace crapper. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Oh, the Hiss manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file redacted for the full report. It sounds like office supplies can be affected by the Hiss. Oh, that looks like the director, or the old director, Trench, and someone else. That's a nice pencil sharpener. Remember, don't take out the number 2 pencils. You know, that is a surefire way to ensure that no one steals your office supplies. Hey, make sure not to steal any office supplies, because if you do, it could be an altered object and might destroy the world. Yes, ad infinitum. Forever. There will be lots of cult stuff you're writing, so Kool-Aid is appropriate, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Varian, I have a PDF that might be of interest to you. Shoot me another message on Discord to remind me to send that to you. Also, is that Ronald Reagan? Because that looks like Ronald Reagan. And by PDF, I mean it's a book all about cults and stuff for D&D. So, you know. ¿Por qué no los dos, Nightingale?
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know. Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it. It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone, a direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
All right, shoot anything that shoots at me, Roger.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
We don't know yet, Nightingale.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I can ask a lot of stuff.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
But
Just
before I
let me
forget, I want to pick up this. Yoink. What is it? Reload efficiency. Ooh. A personal mod. Yeah, sure, I'll pick that up. Unlocked by upgrading. I can deconstruct. I don't know how to upgrade stuff just yet. The only person you should fail is yourself. Are we talking about Uncle Ben? Is that what you're talking about, Nightingale? How am I finding the game? I'm greatly intrigued by it. I want to sit down and ask her questions, but I also really have to use the restroom real quick, so I'm gonna do that.
Should be in the communications department.
And then we're gonna ask her questions because I'm really intrigued on all the information that's here. Okay. I am back. Well, I was about to say welcome back to myself, because I'm weird like that. Talking Ben from 6 years ago. It resurfaced a few months ago. The phone app. I've never heard of that. What is Talking Ben? You come to watch the chair. I mean, I can just put up a picture of my chair for you, Dimwit, if you like. Oh, she blinked. We win.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Thank you, Nightingale. Thank you.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Yes. This whole situation and looking at Drilling's face for the explanations. I am loving all the information. There's so much to piece together and I'm excited. The bullet wouldn't be a ram stick. It would be, I mean, like she said, it would be like a satellite in deep space sending back last little bits of data before it dies. Paranatural? They're coming up with whole new sorts of words, like para-utilitarian?
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
Don't be suspicious.
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
What's up with her shirt?
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
She's got like a weird
Just let me know.
overshirt on her shirt. But it like looks like it folds. It looks like it's supposed to be your standard button-down shirt, but it's got like that weird squared off bit there at the front, like it goes over her shoulders. I don't know. Android's attempts at fashion. Yeah, probably. Did I look at everything down here? That's one thing I've noticed with lip flaps in games. They don't close the speakers' mouths as frequently as we close our mouths in real life. We close our mouths many times a sentence, and for some reason they try to keep most people's mouths open as much as they can. I think what you said earlier about it being something to do with the ability to... Oh, that's funky looking. The ability to synchronize it is a hard part with keyframing and things like that. Trying to put the lips at a resting position when the mouth shuts, I think, is a lot harder than it is to try and keep it open. Jukebox. I'll come for you, Jukebox. Yeah, very, very hard. And like you said, you usually don't see it in an in-game render engine. It's normally done in a cinematic or something like that first. Energy boost. What does that do? Just get more energy. Didn't think I was lacking energy.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
There we go. I'm hoping for more enemies, because I like the shooting in this game. The gunplay is a lot of fun. Hey, K-Smack, you're pretty good looking yourself. Also, thank you, Matt. Week 83 report. I'm doing well, dude. How are you doing, K-Smack? I'm very excited to be playing Control. I don't know if you've played it before, but this game is so far, and I'm like probably 15 minutes into the game, even though I've spent an hour and a half. It's in it. I highly recommend playing it, especially if you like anything weird, mystery, with some FPS on it. It's very good. K-Smack is very handsome. Yes, you're right. He got a new haircut recently, and he looks great. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In-N-Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, The White Cat Inn. I believe is what that means. A+ Lodge. You're not into those things. Oh, well, then you probably wouldn't enjoy the game. And I guess don't play it. How was visiting mom and dad's? Were you there for Christmas? Expenditures, accommodation, $831.29. Meal, $714.84. Gasoline, $295.12. Mini bar. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. No, I think he meant that he's not handsome. Which in that case he does need to give himself 3 put-ups. Good night, Dimwit. Love you. Mwah. I do wonder if a motel called Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Agent L. Hines. Not everyone is badgeless. That guy dead. Okay. That is an awesome piece of detail. He's talking through the loudspeakers. Or at least I thought he was. Now he's just getting louder again. Is he talking through the red thing down the hallway? Maybe he is. I was just really hoping that he was talking through the loudspeakers, and then I blew them up, and then we couldn't hear him. Hey! Finally, looking in the bathroom has paid off for me. Heck yeah. You spent too long puzzling? No such thing. You feel a little weird? Weird how? There's just more loudspeakers. Yeah, see? Tringy gets it. Yeah, I'm gonna go toward that other red thing before I advance down this way. Oh. Hello. Oh. Okay, there's something up there that I can't reach yet. Matt says hi. Just said hi.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Okay, don't go down the red corridor. Noted. Red corridor equals bad. Which means I'm not looking forward to going in here. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and put the coils for my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. No worries, K-Smack. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. We should totally find some games to play together soon. And I apologize for not joining you for Played Up the other day. I was totally burnt out on everything and decided to relax and be away from my computer for the night. Okay, so this red room doesn't hurt me. Trench, dead letter approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. I can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Giving off some Mulder vibes there, Bartwell. Hello? Singing fish? Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem, you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish, it sings when you hit a button. But it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house 'cause of the fish and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When will you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Devil songs. God, I wish it were just blaring death metal. That would be incredible. Sometimes I feel like the hit detection's a little off, but I'll give the game some slack. How do I get up to you? Found it. Heck yeah. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of the flow of this game. I don't have to be so long distance. Yeah. What? Okay, so this is a clearance level 2, and I have no clearance level. I gotta remember that I...
Oh. We're on the right track.
Yep, don't want to go that way just yet. I want to go in here first.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of
That's what she
storing
said.
a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but One exactly like it, a perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Where do I find this floppy disk? Watching me get into the combat is so good. Oh, good. I am glad you're enjoying, Matt. There's ways up there. Is this back the way I came? Hey, thank you so much for the raid, Armandar. How are you doing? It's been a while. It's good to see you. Welcome, Wizard Styles. Oh god, I forgot about your cows. They're so cute. I love it. Yes, this is the way that I came in. How was... Oh, you were playing The Witcher 2. How was the second Witcher game? I have yet to play them. I heard that they're remaking the first one, so I wanted to do that when it came out. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, Armandar. I'm glad that you could make it in. It has been an absolute delight playing this so far. I'm not very far in it at all yet, but I'm digging it. And the fact that I got force powers that I think destroy the floor or muddy it up at least. Yeah, I started to play the first one for a little bit and was like, this combat is really boring. I would play through it strictly for the story, but when I heard that they were remaking it, I was like, all right, I'll just wait for that one. No worries, Nightingale. You have a wonderful night. Go get some rest. There is always the VOD, and I will try to export it and put it up on YouTube sooner rather than later, because I've got a lot of stuff still to export and throw up on YouTube. But I appreciate you hanging out with us, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Get some good sleep. You want to replay the trilogy, but you're going to wait for the remake for a replay of the series as well. Are you going to do the first one with the new remake and then play through the second and the third as the quote-unquote older games? Yeah. Lauren's very excited for me to play The Witcher. Yeah, it was real tough control-wise. I 100% agree. But I was still very interested to see what I had missed. That dude just got knocked the heck out. I'm really interested to see what I have missed story-wise. Yeah, I imagine they'll probably remaster 2 at some point. Probably not 3 for a while. I don't think it really needs a remaster, does it? Oh, that's true. They did just do the next gen for it. But yeah, guys, if you're interested in other awesome story games, you should totally give Armandar a follow. I think you're the same person I'm thinking of. Oh my god, I love your starting screen. Yes, you are exactly the person that I was thinking of. She plays a lot of really good story-driven games, much like I do. So if you're down for good fun times, then give Armandar a look. Yeah, 3 is probably good for a long while. Thank you for coming in here and bringing your friends and your community. I mean, the fact that you trust me with that and want to support me because I'm playing a game you like, that means a lot. You could have picked probably dozens of other people, and you came to me instead. So, thank you. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. I feel like I've read this one already. So, I'm guessing there are going to be some duplicates then? which I guess is alright. But I always like getting new things. Alright. What is in here?
Object of power. This flashed onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Okay, how do I don't think I can shoot it. Ah, C to crouch. Okay. Wonder if control is for something else later. Get it? Control? Oh, it's the floppy disk!
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Interesting. Ooh. Yeah, now the fun is really gonna begin. Oh, and I can walk around with it? Thank God. I can't sprint, though. Okay. All right, I can get down with this. Oh, and I can jump reasonably high. Alright, and gotta wait a little bit for stuff to recharge. Oh. There we go. Oh man, I can't wait to throw fire extinguishers at people. You must stop/mute them? What does that even mean?
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hits.
Ho ho ho. Oh yeah, this is gonna feel real good. This is mine. Anyone left? Incredible. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Yeah, I am going to have fun with this, and I can't wait to see what more the game has to give. Probably. Yeah, you might want to fill up a pot of water and heat it up, like on the stove, and then put that inside. So that way it'll melt the wax. Because the wick's basically done, it's not going to stay lit. Could do that too. We have plenty of mugs. It is cool. Telephone for you. Just to note, the object flies from where it is at the moment to where you are aiming. So if you pick something up far away and shoot it at something between you and it, the object will fly toward the target as well as you, since the target is between the throwable and you. Oh, interesting. Ah. So I can do it immediately and it flies. So if they're hiding behind cover and I pick something up behind
Emily
them.
said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Nice, 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 nice. Oh man, I cannot wait. Yes, please, no spoilers. I'm gonna figure out everything eventually. Reply, information campaign summary of Willow AWE. You never finished it? Aw, Varian, you must, you gotta do it. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redact it. So, another AWE behind us and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted, redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Too bad I can't pick up a person. Matt, you played through it twice? It must really be good. You want to play through it again? A third time? It's not often you hear someone wanting to play through a game a third time. What's that? What'd you say? Yes, we do. There's motion at the front door. That's not gonna get annoying, is it? Oh, it's just our neighbor coming home. Love you too. Good night. I'll snuggle you in an hour. Yeah, maybe over an hour. There's missable powers. Oh no, don't tell me that. Varian says hi. She shut the door. She said nothing. Nay, she said hi. She also said goodbye. This does seem really cool. I'm very excited to see what all this game truly has to offer. You felt like you were pretty far along, that or you kept getting so off track you ended up making most of your powers? I mean, sometimes all you gotta do is just explore every itty-bitty thing so you can unlock everything. Alright, do the side missions and I won't really miss anything. Good to know. What is this? Launch efficiency? Heck yeah. One thing that's easy to miss? Okay. Well, Matt, if you're here for all of them, can you make sure that I don't miss anything that's too easy to miss? Yeah, I am not wanting to play this game without my headphones, like, fully on when it comes down to it, because everything is just so good. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strugens, Rubens Nogueira, Ardo Kolamaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, and Jaco Saarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. You won't be here for everything, but you'll send me a non-spoiler DM to make sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, it is feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree. Or is the Hiss able to tap into the combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as always to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them: destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, or destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance field seemed to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources or of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? I wonder how well it's going to run on the Nintendo Switch. No worries, Matt. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. Get some good rest. Give Cappy a hug for me. Don't steal her blankets, though. And have a good day at work tomorrow. The demolitions expert. I don't think I ran into these. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolitions experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. I remember you guys don't share blankets. You both sleep with like a giant comforter, don't you? But I figured he would still take yours, so you know, I just wanted to make sure. Hiss demolitions experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenades that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. Find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Oh, the floppy disk. She always stole them, actually, so we had to get our own so you could actually stay warm at night. That is the complete opposite of Lauren and I. I apparently tend to pull the blankets. Containment procedure. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description: para-utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it for a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to redacted for research purposes. It was stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
See, we sleep with like 3 blankets on, but I've been getting hot at night, so I've been tossing one of them off all over onto Lauren, and then just sleeping with the other 2.
Of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
A king-sized bed and 2 queen-sized comforters. That seems to work pretty well for you guys. Dang. I think a king-sized bed is probably something that I will want to invest in when we move and have the space for it. And then we will have all the blankets and be so very comfy. You love this character? You also love the fact that they made these feel like old live-action videos you'd see in 2000s games? Oh my god, a queen to yourself is probably delightful. Poor Justin. I love that your wife... I love that both of your wives are blanket thieves, yet I'm the blanket thief. Internet is not for social media use. No FBC materials of any kind may be scanned or uploaded. FBC email addresses are for work-related correspondence only. Level 5 clearance required to access internet. If a cubicle's black rock shell gets damaged, vacate it immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. If you notice any text in your work that you do not recall writing, vacate your cubicle immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. Do not connect internal comms devices to the network. Printer is for communications and department use only. Altered items are forbidden in the cubicles. Notify security of any breaches immediately. They may require internal lockdown. Interesting. Bye, Matt. I love you, buddy. Take care of yourself. We'll catch you later. You share it with a cuddly cat and she just works as a personal heater? Hey, that's not bad. What is this? Clearance level? Finally.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan,
I do say delightful a lot, don't I?
Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do.
I want this
We'll be right back.
radio show to be real. I want it to be real so bad. I will for sure read it to see if you did the character justice. No doubt about it. I have not seen a creepy puppet show, no. Somewhere along the line, things went weird. No one was sure how this happened, whether it was something caused by someone or something, or if it just happened by itself. Okay, there were a lot of stories. Everyone had a theory of how it happened, of which maybe the weirdest and perhaps only fittingly singled out here was the talk about a strange golden space helmet that someone had found and a secret research project to replicate and manufacture those helmets. It was said that the helmet opened a way to another place, different from this one, but whether that other was actually a place or just something that came over when you were wearing the helmet, no one knew, not even the scientists in charge of the project. In any case, one knew, not even... Oh, in any case, or so the myth went, the helmets or the people trying them on brought the other closer to here, and things got weird. Things that people had learned to take for granted, like technology and physics and religions and time. And stuff just stopped working, like they used to. Stopped altogether or became something different. There were lots of accidents and terrible catastrophes at first, and most people died and disappeared, and in some places it rained flowers, and in others blood, and sometimes the other was very close and everything rippled and warped as something big in the other passed close by, and sometimes it was even almost like the old times, in the time people adjusted and adapted and learned to use the new things and laws to fix some of the old. But mostly, as time went by, people just forgot that things had ever been different, and the weird became normal. Everyone, at least everyone who believed in the myth, thought that the golden helmet, or helmets, and those who wore them were bad, and they seemed to have a point, for those in the golden helmets, even while they were hardly ever seen anymore, were often on those rare occasions doing bad things. Luckily, the other gave many people strange abilities, and a few heroes rose to fight the bad things. And there were lots of these bad things and lots of good things as well. But now, even more than before, the other things were ambiguous and never simple or clear, and people rarely could tell the good from the bad. In any case, things went on, and it was almost never boring. Who wrote this report to Dr. Darling? Interesting. When you work on your long-term campaign stuff more, I'll ask for your feedback for sure, because I'm such a perfectionist, have heard nothing but good stuff from Cody. I have genuinely enjoyed the book that he wrote. I haven't read his second one yet. Oh, God. I was like, I turned on the radio and some bullets just started shooting. That was weird. I was not expecting him to show up there. Can I do more of these things? No. Reload efficiency. Oh. Exclusive to Shatter. I wonder if that's a different type of gun I get? Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I hope so.
This must open the door.
Clearance level 1, finally. Did I already look around here? I feel like I did. Yes, I did. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have to really backtrack to find all the clearance level 1 things that I've missed. I'm sorry?
Great.
Oh, I love that I can just pick up random stuff on the ground. That's great. Oh, new floaty friends. Oh, are they really making a sequel? That's awesome. I don't know what death looks like in this game. I don't like it so far. Yeah, making the framework, in my opinion, is a lot easier than filling something in. No story bit to it, just reset. Okay, just come back here. Is he all ready for me? Okay, so there's no skipping this. This is a loading sequence. Good to know. Good to know.
Can fly now. Great.
God, I think I just did that to myself. Oops.
Feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, you and I both, Jesse.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Okay, well, that's not the button I meant to press. Hey, Malcolm. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. Interesting. Look at all this health. Look at all this health. I will take all that health. Thank you. Also Reddit will have a much bigger budget this time, so they can flesh out even more concepts and go... Oh, Reddit as in the game. The game will have a much bigger budget, so they can flesh out more concepts. I hope so. I hope that they allocate the budget accordingly and actually dedicate it to, you know, getting... Well, one, paying everyone working on the game a good wage. But two, also getting to put in stuff that they want into the game, you know? Where do I see... Those are just assets. I don't see my powers. Okay, so Duder came from over here. Butte summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte's home closet disappeared during this incident. Interesting. Alberto Tomasi. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Hiss Elevated. Hiss Elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss Elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss Elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use the paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that Or it is possible, not is it possible. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to the redacted file for full report.
Tomasi, head of comms. The Hiss got him.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier than... Hey, are you still recording this?
The hotline can't be far now.
Oh, a choke? Yeah, I definitely get a shotgun at some point. Hotline chamber. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling Presentation 24.3 for more details. And this happened September 23rd of 1992. All visitors must check in. So, starting from the earliest, Dr. Trench, Bill Everett, custodian, Dr. Trench, Bill Everett, custodian, Dr. Trench 3 more times, then the custodian, then Dr. Trench, then the custodian, then Carol Bishop, a new custodian? Interesting. Wonder who this other custodian is.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with a black pyramid.
Hotline is designated for director use only. Fatal disregard of this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma. Stand here. Oh, that's a fall to your death sort of deal. Understood. I thought that there was glass there with the way that his silhouette was casted onto it. So that was a surprise. Where does it spawn me? Okay, it spawns me... here. But fortunately, I don't have to fight him again. At least it seems to save everything that I do. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay, so note to self, don't jump through the not very clearly marked window. Oh, mind the gap. Yeah, I guess I probably should have noticed that. Okay, so I pulled the cord. And very clearly that's the object of power that I need to go find. But where do I go from here? How do I disappear? I saw you down there. Where are you at, buddy? There you are. Wow. A lot of this stuff is destructive. Yeah, no worries, Justin. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful night. Tell your family I said hello, and I hope they're all doing well. Oh, jeez. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a delightful night. Like I said, I appreciate you hanging out with us, and I will catch you next stream, hopefully. Lockdown distinctions. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Hidden location discovered. And I died. I wonder if I can run in and get that and then run out. I didn't realize how quickly I was going to die. This game is going to end up taking me far longer than I thought it would. I have this feeling. Have I been in here? I don't recall, but I think so. Oh yeah, that's...
You're listening to America Overnight.
America Overnight. You're listening to America Overnight. Alright. That do anything? His radio works, but mine doesn't. Find the hotline object of power. Executive/hotline chamber. Yeah, there's the hotline chamber. Oh, the director's office is off of it? Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember that being there before. There's a door here. Interesting. Oh, I didn't notice the sign. The law of three applies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No.
Incredible.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road. on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding. All right, let's try this door. Of course it's locked. Okay. Let's try the front desk.
Hello? Anyone here?
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Okay. Can I leave? I can't leave. Alright, so we'll just try the door, I guess. Interesting. Hey, Sky, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Oh, it's Mimi. That you're the same Mimi that did Aerois's new profile picture, right? It looked really good. Oh, you are so talented. Thank you for bringing such delightful art to the world. Because art like that, I mean, it's great to see. It's beautiful. So thank you. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the kingdom. I am absolutely loving it so far. I don't know much about this game whatsoever, but it gives me so many good vibes, so many fun vibes. And the combat's been fun. The controls have been pretty tight. The game looks gorgeous. The narrative is really interesting. Memes is truly a treasure. Oh, I believe it. Honestly, everyone that I've met through like Matt and Heather and Julia, everyone is a treasure. So you included there, Sky. You all are absolutely lovely. I don't know if you've played all through Control so far or not. I see you were playing Ghost of Tsushima, which I think my friend Matt was just playing, and he said it was really good, so I guess I'm gonna have to throw that one on my list too. But I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Oh man, I just heard that a second one was being made, which makes me very excited, especially from the one thing that I heard about this game. I know nothing about it other than one thing. You have the platinum trophy for it? Wow, you really love the game. Congratulations. That's amazing. Sky is a pro gamer. I've seen Sky play a handful of games, and she is phenomenal at all of them. A hotline seashell is a transmitter / bridge. Directors can call the board / long distance. Okay. We're about to see what's happening here. But how have you been enjoying Ghost of Tsushima? Do I not need to shoot that thing? Nope, I probably need to shoot that thing. Maybe I just need to go around it. Maybe that's what this situation entails. Seeing as I'm already very low on health. and shooting those things did absolutely nothing. I'm not afraid to run from a fight. Live to fight another day. Well done, Dial Director. You can contact us past selves in the hotline collectibles. We expect compulsive weekly calls.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Interesting. Ghost is so good, you
People
just...
react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
You good? All right. You got the trophy for all the side missions done, and memes checked for me. You have 4 main missions left, so you'll probably wrap up next week. Ooh, you're so hyped to see where the story goes. The combat is super fun. And as a story in wartime, it can be intense, but there's lots of good humor in it with the main characters, so that helps. That sounds really cool. I honestly knew absolutely nothing about Ghost of Tsushima, so thank you for that little tidbit, because I'm very interested now. I am quite intrigued by what that game could entail. Ah. Shortcut back to the director's room. Incredible. Being a samurai is always fun. Yes, I feel like they get so... they don't get as much attention as ninjas do, and samurais are super cool. I grew up watching and loving Rurouni Kenshin, one of my favorite samurai animes. Having watched it a couple years ago all the way through, I didn't realize just like how crazy that show was, but also how tame and simple it was. It was such a good show. Such a good show. To all executive staff, I know there was some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. I have hotline stuff, and I have another case file. Ooh. You haven't watched that one, but you know what one I'm talking about. The red-haired samurai. Yes, Samurai X, as he's otherwise known. He's, I think, been in a couple of his own movies and referenced in some other media. I don't know if they're ever directly related, but really good show. Very good. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. The board is what everyone was saying. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal, I'm guessing not psychotic, like psychiatric trauma, whatever that sign said. The object is currently bound to Dr. Trench, or Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. All right, what are these? What are these? You are the director now. We expect independence and dependence. You are authority and chosen one. The Bureau/game needs you. Interesting. So are these all the cinematics related to him?
The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe.
I don't know why it keeps doing this.
What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Interesting. I don't think I watched that. I don't think I saw anything related to that before. Are these all new?
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without
Thank you for the lurk, Sky, and thank you for the raid. I really appreciate you.
We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed
all of these are new. Thank you, Waddles. That's good to know.
It'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer.
Hey, Lunar, how are you doing, buddy?
Fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Okay, so gotta watch all of these then.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. but I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Interesting. So curious, what is even going on?
Needs a team.
Who is
My
the board?
management team.
I think I watched this one.
These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi,
How are you doing, Lunar?
Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmoor hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Interesting. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. I know I have never experienced them, but I know plenty who have, and I know that they can be the absolute worst. So I hope you've got like a heating pad or some ibuprofen or something to just, and time to just relax. I really do. Please take it easy. Take good care of yourself, Lunar.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only
I'm glad to
find
hear
one
that.
key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid.
Are you able to take it
The
easy
rest,
today?
The many other doors are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Very interesting. Okay, I think that was all of them. You've been off work this entire week? Heck yes. Good. I am glad. Until the new year, I hope, yeah? Central Executive. Hey, Buckaroo. Okay, she's down there taking a look at things. Is there any new things, or... Looks like there might be. Collective Unconscious. Nice. Good. I'm glad that you get until even past the New Year's. That's really good. You get New Year's Day off. That's wonderful. You don't work, retail or anything, do you? Because that's usually the worst on New Year's. Collective Unconscious is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge, linking us through our ancestral heritage. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images, shared by a massive population, is redacted in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of redacted exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. You only work weekdays anyways? Oh, well that's even better. Like I said, I did not know what you did, so I wasn't sure when you would be forced to work, if the weekends were a thing or not. Let me turn that on. Is there... okay, so those are fast travel points. The boardroom. Wonderful. Oh. Wait, these are more people than before. Where did these people come from? Where did all these people come from?
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Okay, that is distinction of... Cutscene is over, now you can read things. Initial response, or initial impressions. So what do you plan to do with the rest of your holiday? Are you doing anything fun for New Year's? Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 1. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is that the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss? More work to be done.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
As for New Year's, you're going to be hanging out in your Discord trying not to have a panic attack? Oh, I mean, not having a panic attack sounds good, but why would you have a panic attack? Gotcha. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize fireworks were such a big thing in Europe for the New Year. Directorial override. Upgrade abilities from the nearest control point. Oh, I can do that now. That's awesome. Depends on the location.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
I'll go look.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to drown out all of the
Hi, Jesse.
fireworks and sounds and stay nice and relaxed and unbothered. I'm
Thanks,
hoping.
Emily.
Fingers crossed.
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. These readings are erratic even within this house. The hiss are tampering with it somehow. Agitating it. Matching frequencies, maybe?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
I don't hear any singing.
Hope has asked us to document the hiss incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Ooh, Astral Constructs board countermeasure? What are all these? Okay, more health, more energy, more melee damage, or 25% to launch damage. Use 3 unlocks to unlock an additional weapon form slot. 15 for a personal mod slot and 30 for an additional personal mod slot. What? Oh, that's rad. Launch grenades and rockets back at enemies. Launch enemies when their health is low. Large enemies. Large objects. 3 objects. And energy recovers while doing it. Dang. Oh, interesting that the very last one is less expensive for those anyway. Oh, that's rad. I don't know how I've been unlocking these point things anyway. Oh, and I need essence to... Interesting. Let's get a little more health. And then... I think launch damage. Additional weapon form slot. What is an astral construct? Weapon forms. Oh. Construct Shatter. Shatter has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range. And that's what all this stuff I've been picking up is for. What about mods? Oh, and I can construct mods. Enable, okay, upgrade to enable higher tier mods. Threshold Remnant. Oh. How much is this? 5,000? Okay, I don't know about that just yet. What are board countermeasures? Random common weapon mod, random uncommon material. Okay, kill enemies in the executive sector using spin. Oh, I wonder if spin is a type of weapon. Kill enemies with the surface weapon in pierce mode. Pierce, spear, puncture the invaders. Easy, go, peasy. Using shatter. You may enjoy, execute, smile this measure. Smile not guaranteed. Kill Hiss Rangers. They know how to use your soldiers, humans, toys. Smart. Charge into the field. It's the art and commercial of war. Okay. So that's shatter. What do I currently have? Grip. I have grip. Oh, and that gives me a rundown on what those are, and then these are more collectibles. Board countermeasures. We are at war / hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force / foreign power. We will provide countermeasures / strategy. Accept / ingest them at control points. These countermeasures / missions will benefit you. We will give resources / rewards for each completed countermeasure. Huh. So is there any reason I shouldn't use these or get all of these? What happens if I abandon it? Oh, that's also only 2. Oh, and those are just 3. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Oh, and I have a whole bunch of other abilities too. Oh man, that's awesome.
Pope wants us to get a field lab set up as soon as possible.
With what? We can't get any equipment from the research sector.
Okay. Real quick, I want to try going back to that one door that I couldn't open before. Did I go through all of these? I think I did. Amazing how everything resets. This door. Agent death notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger, and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. We will be remembered by his he will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Curious. Okay. And I think that's just it, right? Yeah, this is the director's office. Oh, this is... Oh, I walked in here and then came right through here and then... I see. Okay, okay. Oakley dokley. I'm starting to pick up what they're putting down.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
No, boss killed himself, I think. Probably. Okay, so... This is really a good place to leave off and pick up, I think, Friday. I don't know how saving works. I hope it's an autosave, but okay. I am seriously digging this game, and I am very excited to play more of it. This has been a lot of fun. And I'm very, very excited to see what more they have going. Yeah, no worries, Waddles. I am gonna raid out and call it a night myself. I just wanted to see who all was on and who I could raid. Let's see. You know what? My buddy Elswick is playing on the Purge SMP server for Minecraft, which seems like fun. I wanted to join that, but I was too late, and I don't know if I'll be able to, so we're gonna go give him some love, and yeah. I'm glad you also got to finally jump into the stream, Mimi. It's been an absolute delight having you here, and I know we haven't talked too much, but just from what I've seen in other streams, you are wonderful, and I'm excited to hopefully see you more. I'm just as nice and welcoming as everyone has said. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. Thank you, Mimi. That is probably one of the sweetest things I think I have ever been told. Thank you. Oh, Lunar, I didn't know your birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday. That's so wonderful. I'm glad to hear that you had a fun birthday. I don't know if you're in my Discord, but now I'm gonna have to call you out on it if you are. But thank you, Mimi. You are absolutely wonderful. Thank you. You are? Okay, I'm calling you out. I'm gonna call you out. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, I hope you all had as much fun as I did with Control. I know a lot of you came in right at the tail end, so I do apologize for that, but I look forward to seeing you all next time. And if you're interested, real quick, for anyone who wants to join the Discord, there is the Discord. For anyone wanting to follow me along to the next place that we're raiding, if the message doesn't, or if the raid doesn't take you, that's where you can go. But otherwise, if you would be so kind as to copy this raid message and follow me, that would be wonderful. Yeah. Other than that, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, stay hydrated, and I'll see you all on the next adventure.